We are in our bubble in rural Trinidad and Tobago, and you have come into our bubble. So we want to ensure that everyone is safe, right? You're going to have a very interesting tour. We have been doing this for decades. The Table and Pineapple Farmers Association. On the farm, you would get that experience. And this is beyond the farm, where the farmers come out and share that knowledge to you. All right? Welcome everyone. What you are feeling here today and what you are seeing is life in itself, in that your food, this is just one aspect of it. But you've seen pineapples here, you've seen coconuts, you've seen bananas, you've seen okra, you'll see some vegetation, some short crops lower down there. So our ancestors survived here. I born and grew up here. That is the mighty Otwa River. It's flooded every year, but that's not another story. But watch the quality of vegetation that is on that riverbank. And it's not ABC, but the science is that there's a lot of sedimentation with the flood and whatnot, and there's a lot of nutritious soil there. So your crops will come. So there are times you will get good crops, there are times you will lose your crops. But this is where the challenge is. The science comes in, where the state has to come in and do drenching and do certain mitigation in the interim so that the farmer can produce for everyone, right? So you are on, this is my ancestors' estates, right? You are standing on about nearly 40 acres of land here. A little higher up, a little later on, you will see in another few minutes, you will see actively about nearly 30 acres of active production. And the story is that, look at that forest. Look at you seeing some lands around looking like forest trees, virgin forest, right? Decades ago, our ancestors cut that down and started to plant small things, and then they went into what? Cotton. When the foreigners came and other people came, they wanted the cotton, they wanted the sugar cane. They wanted the cocoa coffee, so they planted cocoa coffee. These were former cocoa coffee estates. And today, this is what it is you are seeing. You see the coconuts there, that was planted about 20-something years now. But farmers use innovative ways to just keep going, sometimes, but there's a very healthy thing. There's another king of fruits in the world. All right? But this pineapple that you are looking at here, this estate here, just on this side here alone is about, let us say, 2 to 3 acres, different stages of production. So I am standing here on this point. We're going to go across there shortly, and I'll continue the story. But it's a 18-month minimum story that you plant this pineapple here and you get a fruit. We're going to show you higher up there the actual flowers that it comes out for you to get your fruit in another 3 to 4 months. All right. So, but this may look simple. We have university students who would go on the internet and learn about pineapple production. All right. It just don't happen like that. Very important is land preparation. So you have to prepare the land. All right, that's a lot of investments. All right. When you prepare the land, you have to ensure that you have the right materials. I'll show you bare some sizes of plants and whatnot that you separate. If you look at the beds, you will see different beds and you will see different sizes. At that point up there, I will show you the plants that were planted first in order to induce the flowering at that point in time. It's a beautiful thing to experience, let us say 6 workers, come in here, 5 o'clock, 5:30, just when the sun is about to rise, and work until about 10 o'clock when the sun, like around now, you see the sun is very hot, everybody's sweating, you want to go back home, right? Okay, so for about 4 hours, these men would come and they would work. That science in production, in planting a pineapple and reaping, that is what I'm about to share with you all, right? So we'll go up to that point. I want you, when you go up on that point, you will see and you'll get a better feel. But as you go up, I want you to watch on that side. You're going to see some smaller plants and you're going to see bigger plants in certain rows, and I'll explain the sequence and the science and the technology that all the university graduates put together. They will do their research. They can't do this. That is what we are sharing to you. That is where our leaders in this country, they must move a bit beyond the offices. You are here, and we will continue to share that knowledge, because that is the knowledge we were sharing for decades. That's still people not listening. That sugar to sugarloaf story, where with this, we built all the infrastructure here. We built all the infrastructure. That challenge to get the science with that is where the farmers kept very close to their heart, but the TPFA has gone beyond the farm gate. That is why you are here. All right? So as you go up, just watch, you see how clean, it's cleaner than the wrong way your backyard garden is. This is where the quality is. So let's go up there and we'll continue the conversation. Ask questions as we're going up. All right?
Yeah.
One acre of this pineapple is about 12 to 15,000 plants. And this is about nearly 30 acres. Somebody do the quick maths.
50 acres, 15,000. That's a lot of pine.
450,000?
Did I want to happen?
No, well this is, all right, so we come to that, right? Marlon, how much time we have again? Let me just peel this cane quick so that people got you a little thing. Yeah, well, 15,000 plants, let me say, by acre, by 30 acres is 450,000. Yeah, $500,000. That's a lot of money. An acre of pineapple could be anything like about close to $50,000. Do the maths fast. Somebody, with him. Eh? 450, $500,000 multiplied by 50,000, 525. Okay, so everybody maths different. So that's the reality, right? But that's not a boast. But you all want to know the science and the facts, right? But you are checking the 18 and 2 months years of hard work and investment. It's not like a pimento. Across there, I'll show you when the fruit comes up, the fruit there. I want to show you where you get the plant. So you break out the pine. You sell the pine. So at the bottom of the pine there, the stalk there, you will have these young suckers coming up. A dozen, 10, 5, 10, 20. So when you pick the fruit, after picking the fruit, you would wait, it will be small. So the energy and the nutrients that went to the fruit would go to the plants around there now. So you give it, timing is important, where the rain would fall and you would get those plants to come to a certain size. But all wouldn't be the same size. So at that point in time, when the big one, you do so and you cut the stalk, pow, and you get a dozen plants. Everybody listening here? Right. So you will get the plants, but let me leave the plants aside now, you put it on the ground. When you cut it here now, you get a sprout here. Within 12 months you will get this. After 18 months you get the pine that you just cut, right? So let's go to the plants now. So you will separate the plants from the stalk. You have small, medium and large. So you'll put beds, small, medium and large, because you don't want if all the large pans would bear at the same time. The medium would bear at the same time and the large according to the size of the plant. So the way you need to separate, right? So explaining is not as easy. So you would put like that whole area there in large plants. Microphone, we on, right? You will put the large plants in one bed, you'll put the medium in another acre, and the small in another acre. So in a few minutes you'll understand why we do that. Because let us say a 5-acre plot. You don't want all the pine coming in one time. Like right now, you all tasting sugar cane. I just have some pineapple there that I bought from a guy, just for you all to get a little idea. There's no pineapple right now. There's no pineapple right now on the market. It will come in for the Christmas. That is a challenge. In June month, when the rain comes, that is normally when the time the pine will be ready for the market. So there's a glut at that time. But most of the time I would say 9 months out of 12 months, the pineapple is scarce. Because at that 2-year period, to produce, a lot of farmers don't have the resources to invest in pineapple. All right. Another thing too, a very important thing is that variety itself, that plant, farmers don't give that to. They don't want to share that knowledge too. That is how real this thing is, right? So let's go to the planting now. So you bring the plants and you grade them out and you spot them out because you already prepared your land. See like how the land was prepared a bit clean and nice? Refine and all that, right? So you plant, you have these 6 men, one would take a line from here and another one go down there and pull that line. And you have the other guys just do so. 18 inches apart, square, is the distances, and every row you leave a 24-inch space so that you could walk. So you could spray, when you're walking along in the walkway here, you could spray 6 rows so, and on the next side you get the other 6 rows, about 12 rows to a bed. So you can spray, you can clean, right? You could pick the pine and throw it in the entrance in the basket, and the guy pack it in the basket. So that's the process. So explaining it is not as easy. So anybody understand what's happening? Anybody getting confused?
Spraying it for what?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So before you plant that pineapple there, you have to ensure that all them seeds on the ground out, basically dead. But grass is not like that. You would spray how much you want, and in a few days time, watch, grass will start back to grow. So you gotta, that is the science again. You had to know what to spray before. It's too long to explain right now, so I have to move on. 24 months. So it must be clean. So when you're done plant now, in about 6 weeks time, the plants will start to burst out. The root will start to grow. So you have to put some salt, some chemicals. Okay, I'll go in detail. And then that salt now would push the plant further. You're looking at 18 months. Grass now, the seeds that in the ground, will pick up that salt and start to grow too. So you could spray some chemicals that may not interfere with the growth of the pineapple. You have other chemical that we use that would shock the pineapple, but kill the grass, but shock the pineapple, so you have to be very cautious. So 2, 3, 4 months, you have to keep the pine going. You have to make sure you get a big sucker. If you get that entire plant to about 5 or 6 pounds, that is the size of fruit you will get. So you have to work towards that. So after about 12 months now, 12 and 5 is 17. Around 12, 13 months, the pine will be ready to produce. So you have to induce the flowering. So that is where it gets complicated. But I'm just sharing some bare knowledge to you all. So let us say January now, you're about the 12, 13 months. Dry season. Let me say February month, right? February, March, April, May, June, July. June, July is when the rain does start to fall and there's pine in the market. So you find around January now, when the sun come now, it have pine that it ready there, it will boost for itself. But the farmers have a strategy now to induce flowering before that period, before December and after March, to catch the market. That's where the science is. That's why all of this is science here. So I want to go and show you the induce of the flowering and whatnot across there. Right? So all I understand what's going on, so we reach about 12, 13 months now, right? So you have an idea what's going on, different stages. All your pine can't come in one time, because if all your pine come in one time now, them middlemen and them watching your crops more than you, and because it's a perishable item, it has a short shelf life. So you are at the mercy of the middlemen out there. Because you producing, you can't go and sell. So them middlemen making more money than you. That's another story. So let's go across here and I'll show you. So now watch this something now. Ask some questions. Watch. You see what's going on here now? You didn't see this across there. Yeah, watch that blade. Listen. Watch man, that grass I come out just so. Right, so here, listen, that's the science how we clean this, brother. In the early stages, when the plant's small like across there, you can go and spray a little thing. But the pine start to get good now, you don't want to shock the pine. So you have to pull out the grass. Right. Now watch at this now, you can't go and pull out that grass. Well, here, yes, this you can't do more spraying because you see what's happening here, right? So folks, all watch, all seeing something beautiful inside there? Yeah. That is 13 months of hard labor. Right? So you check now, we in December now, right? December, January, February, March. This coming in prime time. This coming in for carnival time. Right? Some nice big sugar loaf. You're going to taste one when we go out there, right? So, this is the beauty. Watch its size. And this is about 7-8 pounds. And this whole thing will be about 7-8 pounds. So, about 5 or 6 pounds. You don't get no bigger than that, right? So, I'll understand how we're going to watch that. So, let's just go very quickly and come back. 10 minutes, 5 minutes, go in and come back. I want to show you another something here. Come quick. Ask questions as we walk in. But this is something that don't match how much we film on camera and carry and try to explain this. You have to be here to feel it, right? Okay, you have to be here to feel it, right? So this is where food security really. I mean, I'm not saying that Yarangwe's area there with all the farming and whatnot, they use a lot of the rich lands to build buildings. But here we hope that these lands can continue to produce food for the nation. Right, and it doesn't have to be pineapple, but once you could produce pineapple and from a cocoa field, a cocoa estate, you could produce anything. Cassava, short crop is nothing. You know, citrus and whatnot, that is really, real key. It's pineapple, 2 years. You know, it's you got to have the grit and the know-how to be successful. And that is the knowledge that we share. All right, anybody want to ask a question because we want to live? You saw the plants at the bottom, right? Look here. Watch here. Anybody have a blade? And my gloves, I'll leave my gloves up there. You have my gloves? Right? Now it's a long gloves normally I would have, right? But I just walk with this one because it's more convenient now. I have this on my van seat. Right? So anybody here in farming beyond the gentleman? Who does plant around the house? Yeah?
I plant, I don't consider myself farmer.
Listen now, that backyard thing is a lot of talk, you know. Watch. Hold that, carry that. You see, now this will remain, let us say, after a few months, you leave this for a few weeks, so you see small one, you separate them. Small, medium and large. Small, medium and large.
So you could plant this?
Yeah. But when you have big ones, the long ones, the bigger ones, and you plant them at that time, they're ahead of the game.
You put it in a big pot.
Yeah, you experiment, man. You experiment.
So you experiment.
Yeah, that's a manico. You see the size? You see the size, different sizes, right? And another, a sucker will come from somewhere here. And in 12 months' time, you'll get all our secrets and techniques. Wait, hold it. All our secrets and techniques. This is the science here. This is the success of this. You see this? If you don't have this, brother, you can't use the head. You could use the head, but you'll just... Right, everybody, let's roll.
A friend of mine come and tell me about 2 months ago to bring back the old time calypso. He said, well, later people keep asking everywhere why you don't bring back a old time reminder. I said it's a good idea without a doubt, but what the hell you want me to sing about? Is then he declared, sing about the price of food and how things so dear. Okra selling $1 for 5, $1 for celery, $1 for chive. They raise currants and they raise raisin. Egg is $6 and $8 now a dozen. Edo's averaging wrong $1.10, and is $1.25 a pound now for melon gen. A lime long time was old talk and fun, but now a lime is 95 cents for one. Thank you. I said, well, partner, everything that you just said was true. Money today have no value, and if you argue, people going to say that you're funny and tell you how you can't eat the money. It's true, you can't push the money down your throat, but people still not getting the money's worth, and the vendors and them so fierce, they just raise the price when something gets scarce. 90 cents a bunch of wrestle, pak choy is $2.50 a bundle, 75 cents now for potato.
Right, now somebody who tastes before. Come and taste the bottom now. Taste this bottom now. You taste something. Taste only the bottom and tell me something. Come. How it tasting? Shake. All over the basket, all over carry back in the van. No, watch me. This is still... Now, I want to show you our component, right? Now this is the pineapple I'm getting. Now watch me. The eye. See the eye open up? But it's green. You're not seeing no yellow. Watch it picked yesterday afternoon for you all. Parrot! See that guy? That's the guy who thinks there. No. Is the pineapple sweet?
The bottom sweet.
Right. But listen. With all the rain and whatnot. Check how sweet that is. Now, everybody wants to see yellow. You want to see a yellow orange. You want to see a red juicy apple. You want to see a red pineapple. Orange, right? This is it. In about another few days, when the eye open up a bit more, we ain't looking for no color. It will be the sweetest at that point in time. This is one of the variety, the unique qualities of the sugarloaf hybrid.
Trinidad and Tobago. In a formal gathering, anytime you see the food passing, them cut grass, they forget class, they letting nothing pass. Dressed in tuxedo and fancy frock, and only winning their stomach, because since they born, they planting lawn instead of peas and corn. This can't go on. Plant the land, stop wasting time running no man. Plant the land, it's the only salvation. Plant the land, ease your frustration. we must have some doctors and lawyers, but some are we too lazy to even be lazy. You see, we so hate to work hard. When we do, we cement we backyard. And when we buy, you could hear we cry how the price is high, high, high. I don't know why we don't plant the land, plant the land. Man is a farming in the land, plant the land, plant the land. Save yourself from starvation, plant the land, plant the land. And help out the nation. What's wrong with all you people at all? The signs are there written on the wall. Anytime that the drizzle come, cabbage gone $7 a pound. Long farming, you telling yourself that I joking. Go to the grocery and you will see half the shelves on them done empty. Cut down the bush, fuck up the land. When last you smell your perspiration, your hands softer than a woman, and you tell yourself you're a macho man. You're drinking as a that stupid rum and wouldn't choke nothing in the ground. But when you see Mr. Hungry Pass, you go drink the rum and eat down the flask.